Hi guys, it's Carisa. I took a shower this morning and it's several hours later. I just styled my bangs and let the rest of my hair air dry. That's what I do 98% of the time that I wash my hair. So now I'm going to just put something in my hair. I normally wouldn't do my hair first, I do it last, but I feel like it's hard for you guys to look at all this frizz while I'm doing the rest of my makeup. It would just make me nuts if I had to look at it, right? I don't know. I do want to mention that I got this sample. It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In product. It's all greasy looking. I don't know. I don't remember where I got this from, but I put it in. I just can't put product in my hair when it's wet because then I look like Lionel Richie and it's just not a good thing. Today I think I'm going to do some Miss Jessie's multicultural curls. So what are you guys doing? How are you guys today? Can you believe it is the end of the month? I feel like people say that a lot, but the gravity of the fact that the first month of the year is already over is just too much for me to take today. For some reason today, it was really bothering me. Probably because I was planning my favorites video for the month. I think I usually start out kind of strong and do it for the first few months of the year, and then I just sort of feel like nobody cares, and I don't know. If I have a bad month, then I'm like just, sleeping the whole time and really don't have anything to talk about. So I was debating if I'm going to actually do monthly favorites again. So I'm heating up my straightener so that I can kind of fix my hair a little bit. Or I'm going to put some of this NARS primer on. This is that Radiance primer that has the little tiny micro glitters in it, like the ruby colored micro glitter. I like it. Now what I think I'm going to do is take some sections here and just fix them a little real quick. Ones that didn't dry exactly how I think how I'd prefer anyway. Well, that's not much better. I just trimmed my hair the other day because it had been a while. It had been since like the week of Christmas, and I normally every like 2 to 3 weeks try to keep up with it and trim it. And I filmed a video recently, I don't remember which one it was, but when I was editing it, it's like, you need a haircut, dude. I'm still not sure about the whole having bangs thing, and I feel like as soon as the first day with the slightest touch of humidity takes place, I'm gonna be like, no more bangs, I can't do it anymore. But I don't know, okay, here's one of the reasons why I feel conflicted about that. I posted a before and after of a hairdo when I went to get my hair colored by the stylist I was seeing, and I already had bangs, but I had dirty hair that day, so I had just pinned them back. And I took a picture of my hair. It was long, pinned back. I should find it. I'll be able to find it, and I'll put it here. So I basically just had color put in the bottom. I think I had like red and pink or something put in the bottom. But my bangs had been freshly cut and styled, and so many people were like, oh, I love your new bangs. And I already had those before, so part of me was like, message received. I have a big forehead. Put a little number 15 on. I just think that I'm one of those people that bangs don't come naturally to whatsoever. Part of it, I'm sure, has to do with the fact that I haven't worn them very much, in my life in general. So the times that I try to, I run out of patience. But I also think that no matter how well prepared I am, like I comb them forward when they're wet, and I try to train them to, be cool with being in that direction. And I don't know, I just feel like there's a lot of times when my hair says, no sir, we're not doing that. I mean, otherwise I would like to grow my hair out. I feel like that is the American girl thing to do, is grow your hair out so you can chop it off, so you can grow it out again, so you can chop it off. This is reading really, really light on camera, and it's making me wonder if it does that in person. But the problem is, the other color that I had, color 20, was looking way too dark. That is so light. Throw a little bit of 20 on the outside then. Blend it inward. Anyway, I had decided that I was going to stop going to get my hair done because it was just an expense that I felt like I could cut out, because I can get by without professionally styled hair. I just, normally would prefer not to. I'm using this, by the way. I will tell you that I completely understand people's concern when it comes to, maintaining a hairstyle and healthy looking hair, but also wanting to be able to grow it out or wanting to feel like it's not all being chopped way off, which is why every 2 or 3 weeks or so I pull my hair forward, and anything that's looking snaggly, I just trim it off. Do some of this. My mother was a hairstylist for like 30 years. She had problems with her hands and her wrists, and ended up not being able to do it anymore. So she was the only person that ever did my hair, and forever I didn't pay her. I would just tip her, tell her she didn't have to style my hair or dry my hair, so that she wouldn't have to spend the time, I was more concerned about the other technical aspects of it and not wanting to cut too much into her work day. And it is hard because she had a salon in our home when I was growing up, when I was like a teenager, and I saw how difficult her day was and how hard it was for her to make time to go to the bathroom or have something to eat. So I have this strange guilt that comes on when I feel like I'm going to go get my hair done. I don't look at it as a pampering experience. I just feel like, how little can I burden this person today while I'm here? And I do over-tip too. I've been told that I over-tip. And that makes me feel bad because it's like, no, I'm trying to, I don't know, I'm just trying to compensate for my existence or something. I'm sure some of you could relate, just, any kind of industry that you could be in. If you know the behind the scenes aspects of it, you know what it's like to be a pain and you want to avoid it. I'm going to use some of this. This is color 1. Anyway, that being said, I know what it's like for people who work in the industry to get a lot of unrealistic expectations that walk through that door, just because of people's hair types. Or I think that there are a lot of people, there's women who expect, oh, only cut a half or a quarter inch off my ends, but I want my split ends gone. And they've got 5 inches of split ends. I get it. I know how that is. But I don't feel like I fall under those categories, but I still worry about it. Use some hula. Where's my bronzing brush? Brush cleaning day used to be Sunday, but it hasn't been the last few times. And then during the week, I feel like I can't commit the time to it, typically. So it ends up being a Sunday later than usual. That's not okay. So I don't watch much news. I get a very small amount of news from just listening to a talk radio show in the mornings during the week. And honestly, the rest of my news I get from Reddit, or the few times that I'll go on Facebook and peek in and, see what people are talking about. I guess my biggest problem there, too, honestly, is I don't want to be force-fed people's opinions. It's people who are trying to change the opinions of people who don't agree. And I just feel like, what a waste of breath, because no one else can change your opinion, right? Why are you expecting to change theirs? I don't know, whatever. So I had been hearing about this storm that was going to hit the Northeast. I'm like, I'm in the Northeast. How come I haven't heard about this? It is because it is missing us, but it's also missing some of the areas it was projected to be in, I guess, because we woke up this morning to sort of underwhelming results. You cannot please people. Everybody's acting like, oh, they said it was going to be a big storm. Well, it's like, well, wouldn't you rather know and be prepared just in case it does happen, just in case it's as bad as they say or possibly worse? Wouldn't you rather be ready for it and not stuck somewhere in bad shoes with not enough gas in your car or whatever? I don't know why people aren't at least grateful for the fact that they had a heads up. That's all. Apparently I have a bug on a suicide mission because I have tried to get it out of my light Oh, it's a different one. Man. Just gonna turn that light off for a minute and give that bug a chance to come out. It's stink bugs, shield bugs, whatever you want to call them. They're all over the place. And this is the time of year when they're normally a lot more prominent. I would say like November-ish through February. But we had them all year in my house. I mean, you guys know. I was talking about them in videos and stuff. Oh, yep, here he comes. I don't think they're even necessarily attracted to light like some bugs are, but they just want to crawl in, and they're going to get burned. They're going to get all scorched, and there's going to be dead, burned bug in my light, and I don't want any of that stuff going on. I feel like I don't know what I want to do with my face, and that's probably not a good thing since I'm kind of filming it. All right, I'm going to use this L'Oreal True Match blush. This is the Barely Blushing. That's kind of what I'm going to go for here. All right, I'm going to use this Rimmel Scandalized. What color is this? Trespassing Taupe. Oh, that sounds scandalous. You're scandalized. Thank you to everyone who watched my last video and, well, my last Get Ready With Me video and made suggestions for TV series for Mike and I to watch. Or maybe even just me on my own. I guess I should have been more clear about the fact that I'm completely open to watching some things that he wouldn't want to see just because of, you know, sitting there for work all the time and needing some kind of entertainment. I'm also going to use this NYX dark brown. They thought really long and hard about the name of this one, huh? I'm gonna sharpen it first though. Did I tell you guys that I listened to Jim Gaffigan's newest book on Audible? I don't know if I told you that last time and had to delete it for time, or if I told you, left it in, and now you're like, alright, yeah, we get it. It was pretty funny. I don't know if you like his comedy, if you like jokes about food. I'm gonna use the original chocolate bar palette, this color up here. I don't know though, I feel like the problem that I have with Audible is one that cannot be fixed. I listen to a lot of books that are narrated by the author, like celebrity books, just because I feel like if I know that celebrity and I already like them, I will like listening to them. But for regular novels, I almost always can guarantee you I don't care for the voice of the voiceover actor, or whatever it is that you would call that they do. Just for example, Gone Girl, decent book, terrible ending, and both of the voice actors for that book, it was just so hard to listen to them. But I like the service so much that, you know, it's a chance to have something playing while I'm working that I'm not going to stop and find myself watching with my mouth open, like, and not getting any work done. You know, there's no visual to it at all, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to use a little bit more of this. I wish so bad that I could tell you guys how I wanted Gone Girl to end. I had a perfect, really good idea for the ending, I thought. And I feel like the general consensus is that people don't care for the ending of the book or the movie because it's basically the same. Speaking of that movie, Mike and I just watched it. I had seen it already with my sister, but I thought he would like it or at least appreciate it. I'm going to use this MAC pigment next. It's called Deep Brown because the same person who named this named that NYX pencil. Well, Mike didn't really like the movie. He didn't like how, you know, verbose the main character was. He hated how her dialogue was. Not so much the actress herself. And I get it, but she was supposed to be a writer, so, you know, that goes with the character. He also really doesn't care for Ben Affleck, apparently. I could see that. I get that. I don't really think he's, you know, my favorite, but I could put that aside for the movie. And if you read the book, you know, you can tell that he was cast well because of how the character's described, but you missed some of that. You know, obviously that kind of stuff doesn't translate always. But we were laughing about the, you know, scandalous full frontal scene because it was not. And it was, you could have missed it. It was so fast. And there were all of these opportunities for it to happen and seem like it was relevant, but where they put it in and the way that it was set up, it was like, my sister was joking that it was almost like he was like, I'll do the movie, but you gotta show my dick. I don't know, let me know if you agree, but that's what I thought. And some Urban Decay perversion. It's not my face without it, I swear. Hi, Fritz. Hi, kitty. My dinner. Oh, you see yourself? Oh, my under eyes. I've been sleeping so hard on my face, and I've just been creating this giant pocket. This eye is way bigger than the other, and that's a recent thing. It's always been slightly larger, but I honestly think that because I basically sleep directly on that eye every single time I sleep, I've been just slowly widening it over the years. I'm sure I've talked about this before because it's a source of insecurity for me, even though it's probably something that I pay way closer attention to than other people. I am going to slap on some blankety, and that's my face. I've been way overdoing it with the contour lately, but I just can't not do that. Clearly I'm missing the point that the idea is not to just bronze your jowls, because that's a little bit of what I have going on here. Alright, I'm gonna go feed my starving cat. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.